Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Depending on where you are in this world, God bless you. This is Gloria White coming to you from Utah, USA. Today we're going to continue in the book of Luke, and we are in chapter 14. And it came to pass, as he went into the house of one of the chief Pharisees to eat bread on the Sabbath day, that they watched him. And behold, there was a certain man before him which had the dropsy. And Jesus answering spake unto the lawyers, or those learned in the law, and Pharisees, saying, Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath day? And they held their peace, and he took him, and healed him, and let him go. And answered them, saying, Which of you shall have an ass or an ox fallen into a pit, and will not straightway pull him out on the Sabbath day? And they could not answer him again to these things. And he put forth a parable to those which were bidden, bidden is invited, and when he marked or noted how they chose out the chief rooms or the best places, saying unto them, When thou art bidden of any man to a wedding, sit not down in the highest room, lest a more honorable man than thou be bidden of him. And he that bade thee, and him come and say to thee, Give this man the place, give this man the seat, and thou begin with shame to take the lowest room. So when you go in and you set yourself up at the highest seat, don't do that. Jesus is saying, be humble, go to the lower seat. And here's what he says about that. But when thou art bidden, go and sit down in the lowest room, that when he that bade thee come, or the guy that invited you, he may say unto thee, Friend, go up higher. Then shalt thou have worship or a glory in the presence of them that sit at meat with thee. For whosoever exalteth himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. Now, who does this remind you of? Satan has exalted himself, but he will be abased. And Jesus came humbly, but he was exalted. Okay, verse 12. Then said he also to him that bade him, When thou makest a dinner or a supper, call not thy friends, nor thy brethren, neither thy kinsmen, nor thy rich neighbors, lest they also bid thee again, and a recompense be made thee. In other words, you're going to get something back for what you've done. But when thou makest a feast, call the poor, the maimed, and the lame, the blind, and thou shalt be blessed, for they cannot recompense thee. For thou shalt be recompensed at the resurrection of the just. And when one of them that sat at meat with him heard these things, he said unto him, Blessed is he that shall eat bread in the kingdom of God. Then said he unto him, A certain man made a great supper, and bade many, or invited many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, Come, for all things are now ready. And they all with one consent began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it. I pray thee, have me excused. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee, have me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So that servant came and shewed his lord all these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, Go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor, and the maimed, and the halt, and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. There's still more room. And the Lord said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. For I say unto you, that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper. Now, these men, the first ones that were called, made earthly excuses for why they couldn't come to the supper, the marriage supper. And he said that there's no way they're getting in here. They're not going to eat a bite. But go out and find me all those that have need of food. And then he goes on to say, and then there went great multitudes with him. And he turned, he said, For I say unto you, that none of these men that were bidden shall taste of my supper. So, and there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, If any man come to me, and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to raise it or finish it? Lest haply, after he hath laid the foundation, and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, This man began to build and was not able to finish. You start your journey with Christ. Don't turn back. Don't have anything or anyone between you and God. Saying, This man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king, going to make war against another king, sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000? Or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he send an ambassage or a delegation, and desires or asks for conditions of peace. Make peace with those more powerful, rather than going out to start something that you can't finish. Don't start your journey if you can't finish it. He's telling you, keep going. Think about things, make a plan, and stick to it. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. Salt is good, but if the salt have lost his savor or flavor, wherewith or what will it or shall it be seasoned? It is neither fit for the land, nor yet for the dunghill. But men cast it out. He that hath an ear, or hath ears to hear, let him hear. Start your journey. Plan to stay faithful to him. Don't do things to impress other men. He said he called them to the wedding supper. They were too busy with earthly things to attend. So he's saying, if you're too busy for me, and you think more of the things in this world than you think of me, or you put any man, woman, or child, mother, father, sister, brother, wife before me, you're not worthy of me. Pick up your cross and follow me. Deny yourself in this world. and follow me. He wants us to follow him. He's telling us right here. So I know it may seem confusing, but this is what he's saying. Follow me. Like when he called the apostles, follow me. Don't let things in this world or your fleshly desires keep you from the gates of heaven. And as always, I love you.